What is up, Gooners? Today is a great day. I have been addicted to this game called Deadlock, and I wanted to swing back and give you guys some tips and tricks that really helped me pick up the game. But before we do that, if you wouldn't mind, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It would really help me out, and I would much appreciate it. But with that done, let's go ahead and get into the first tip.
I could go to parties, drink Bacardi, hope this feeling just expires. I could go to parties, drink Bacardi.
That's right. This game has got you fooled. You've really just signed up for a farming simulator, because money is the lifeblood of this game. When you're in a game, go ahead and take a look at the top of the screen. You'll see your portraits along with every other player's. This number tells you how many souls you've accumulated throughout the whole game, so you can use it as a benchmark for how strong you are, or weak you are, in this character's case. There are plenty of ways to collect souls throughout the game, the main one being minions in your lane, but there's also monsters spread throughout the map that you can kill, boxes to break, and even vending machines to farm. Kills and assists against enemy players will also bring a hefty sum of souls, so you have to be careful not to die too much, or else the enemy will have way too much money and they'll be impossible to kill. The tip I want to give you is that you don't want to be wasting your time sitting in lane or chasing after an enemy you're not going to be able to kill, when you could be going around breaking boxes or killing monsters, collecting money, because the more money you have, the more effective you are in fights. Oftentimes, when I am behind on souls or I'm just not doing that great in a game, rather than going out and picking fights, I'll just try to farm my way back up, so I'm about tied to them with souls. If I bump into someone that has more money than me and clearly is stronger, then I'm just gonna run away, because I don't want to feed them more. Using money as your tool and your knowledge, you can pick the right fights that you know you're gonna win. It gives you a lot more of an advantage when you know how strong someone is and how weak you are. You might still be confused about how having more money makes you stronger in this game, but it's only because there's one way to get stronger in this game. Items. There are a lot of items in this game, and it can be very confusing what you need to build and what items you need to get. But Deadlock has a really cool feature where you can see other players' builds. In the top left of your shop menu, you can click a blue star and then go to the right over towards Build Browser. When you click that, it will show you a public list of everybody's builds that they post. Now, there is a ton of variety here that you can sort through and pick, but usually I just pick the one that sounds the coolest to me. And then after you click it, it will help you build it in-game. Sometimes creators will even leave words of advice or tips on how to play your character around this build. The tip I wanted to give you, though, is I want to make sure you're reading your items and you understand properly how they're changing your character. The fun part about Deadlock's item system is how versatile it is. You're not stuck into one build or a certain item. You can build whatever you want, just depending on how your playstyle is. Even if you're using Build Browser, make sure to take a good look at all the items at your disposal. Sometimes you'll find something that fits that wasn't in the build you chose. When you first load into the game, if you move to the left of the play icon and then go to the atrium, you can buy items and practice on a target to see how they affect your damage or healing, or however you wanted to see it change. This is super useful, and I use this all the time when I'm just sitting around just to see how things change. That's where I'm going to end it today. I have a lot more to say about Deadlock, but I think I'll save that for other videos. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and have a good one.